On this video, we'll give you the best AAA turn-based RPG games Android and iOS that has provided in English version. So, I'm sure this video is what you are looking for. We have plenty of reason why the game is worth playing whenever you want and become a great daily games for you. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 AAA turn-based RPG games Android and iOS. Best of the best AAA games RPG mobile English. This video is supported by Merge Hero Evolve. It's a match 3 game with roguelike and tower defense gameplay, providing you with a diverse, enjoyable, and highly strategic combat experience. You are able to select a variety of heroes from different time periods and countries to build your ideal lineup and battle against the divine invasion. Get the game now by tapping the download link on the description. Thanks. Legend of Gods. Legend of Goddess: The Last War. This game is just a new release turn-based game. I would say it has a great graphic but needs to be concerned about your situation of where and with who you play this game. Maybe you will not understand what I mean, but after you try this game, then you will understand what I told you. This game has a very simple turn-based RPG system. Even though the feature is pretty limited, we only need to focus on the character's equipment and skills. Combat mechanism is pretty easy to learn. The basic attack will not consume any energy, but 2 of your skills will cause it, but the basic attack will help you to regenerate the energy. The skill showcase is pretty simple, it doesn't have any special effect visual. Anyway, on your first gacha, you will get a guarantee of 5-star heroes with an S+ level. Overall, the character creations got my attention and made me want to put Legend of Goddess: The Last War as my AAA turn-based RPG games for mobile. Desperado B 218. Desperado B 218. If you wonder about this game with the other title, that's totally right, it was an Exhaust Heroes. It has 100% the same gameplay with the previous version. Even the feature and how the combat is totally the same. I wonder why the developer does it. Our team tries to find out the difference between those versions, but we don't get anything. So I assume they want to get more newbie players to join the game. Actually, I totally understand how it only gets a very weird score on the Play Store, because the gacha rate is the main reason. But out of that thing, I would really appreciate their effort to create a AAA graphic as the best turn-based RPG games on mobile. The music is pretty fun and makes a great fun ambience to play. I'm sure you will love how the camera angle is always moving and perfectly gets the best perspective point of view to create a great dynamic action combat. The hero will have 1 basic skill and 1 ultimate skill and need more MP to launch it. The best turn-based RPG games Android and iOS. Sword of Confalaria. Sword of Confalaria. No one can beat this game now. Finally, one of the best turn-based RPG games released globally. As a Final Fantasy Tactic fans and also Tactic Ogre, I would love to play this game continuously. Right now, I have reached level 25 in a few days. I feel so addictive to know the game's storyline. It has an epic instrument that successfully delivers a perfect storyline with an immersive graphic. Even though it has a pixel art style, but you cannot underestimate it. With a lot of action combat, features, and daily mission that will give us a great option to build up the best team lineup. Anyway, I do love how the developers are pretty kind at giving a top tier hero's quality. The gameplay of Sword of Confalaria is, we will play in tactical gameplay, need a lot of imagination to anticipate the enemy's movement, always have a plan A or plan B. Once they try to ambush our troops, then we can anticipate it. To win the game, this game has a great and balanced level of difficulty. It has a capped level heroes based on the main voyage level we have reached. Always try to clear the side mission as much as we can to reach a new level. Anyway, the stamina to run the battle is pretty limited, so be wise on selecting which combat battle should we clear first. This is the best turn-based game RPG for Android and iOS. King Arthur. King Arthur: Legends Rise. I'm still waiting for this game to be released globally, even though I have tried it on early access and also on beta testing. But I wish I was able to play a little bit longer. The graphics are way too good for mobile. It has a realistic visual and not an anime art style anymore. All of the heroes represent as the best warrior from the empires, with a shiny armor and cool characteristic, especially his voiceover. King Arthur's Legends Rise is the best new turn-based RPG that will be released globally with an English version directly. No wonder many of the players hooked it by the story and how the combat mechanism is. The battle looks so great. I love the small attention to detail it has. While in battle, all heroes will do an idle movement and not stand still only. It makes me get a realistic game's experience as a turn-based. The combat mechanism is every hero will have 2 active skills and also 1 basic attack, always trying to recharge the skill by hitting the enemy with a basic attack. It has an open world and is able to explore the world with a top-down view perspective. One of the best realistic turn-based RPG games Android and iOS. Brown Dust 2. Brown Dust 2. One of the most underrated games turn-based on mobile, but actually I see a huge potential in it. The graphics are just insane even if it has a chibi character design, but the way of the character looks so cool and cute at the same time. We can select many kinds of storyline and be able to switch any story anytime. Each of the story will have a long prologue and need a lot of time to finish. The gameplay lets the player play casually by tapping the auto pathfinding or just enjoy the whole game by playing manually. It has a story-based game, so we must know the next destination by reading the story. The combat mechanism of Brown Dust 2 is we'll play in a turn-based. Every hero will have a skill that needs some cooldown to unleash by waiting for the numbers of turns. The more powerful your ultimate skill, the longer the turn we need to use it. Try to unlock more chain skill to multiply your damage dealing. The game has a gacha base, but I really love the gacha rate is really high. This game is free to play friendly because we will have a lot of free diamonds through completing the mission and achievement. Junin Ring. Junin Ring. Pay attention to this game, it has a great new game combat mechanism. Actually the only one games that show us how the combat visual looks so different. It has a combination of turn-based and also comic style. We'll not even see the hero move while doing some action, but the display visual looks so iconic. Anyway, are you interested to play this kind of game? The game mechanism lets the player deal damage by using a skill that needs a certain cooldown time to unleash. Try to use any skill as the alternative while waiting for the other skill. Because it has more than one skill that's usable, of course the basic attack is freely used anytime. In one stage, we'll face about 3 waves, and at the end of the waves, there is a big boss that will be waiting for us. His damage is truly massive. Anyway, we can customize the hero's appearance by changing the head, shoulder, hand, or even foot. This game size is really small, it's about less than 400 MB. Junin Ring is one of the best small-size turn-based RPG games for mobile. Itali Rihana. Itali Rihana. We have seen so many titles of Itali, and this game has a great visual graphic as a mobile game. In fact, the gameplay is not the open world like the other platforms. But I totally love the gameplay, it makes the player enjoy the skill visual with a full of animation display. We are not only using that as our main attack, but also some items are available to use for dealing damage. Trust me, when you get into this game, then you will have a lot of fun with a happy ambience and atmosphere. The music battle is blended perfectly with the combat. I think the developer tried to deliver the storyline through so many cutscenes we have along the gameplay. Mostly the scenes will show up just before and after the combat. It is full of voiceover with an all-female heroes. But actually, we can speed up the story twice faster. Each time we finish the combat, then we will get a certain material to sanitize and craft the new items through this process. Itali Rihana is the best anime turn-based Android and iOS. Awaken Chaos Era. Awaken Chaos Era. This game is amazing. Even the game has been released for more than 1 year already, but I will admit the graphic quality can be competing with the other best turn-based RPG nowadays, especially since it has a western character design. No wonder the players who are getting bored with anime then they should try to play it. The gameplay is truly easy to learn and master. It is just like a basic turn-based game, so we don't even need to learn everything perfectly. In fact, the level of the stage difficulty is pretty easy. If you cast the ultimate skill, then we will get a special scenes once a day, but of course we can skip it to faster your game's progress. I have tried the gacha several times, but honestly it just so-so. Luckily, we are able to gather and collect some material easily that needs for leveling up our hero then. Awaken Chaos Era is the best turn-based game RPG for Android and iOS. Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail. Until now, I will declare this game as one of the best turn-based RPG games on mobile. I have plenty of reason why I would say this game is the most worthy game to be called with a AAA RPG in turn-based game system. Look at how the graphics are, it's so adorable, magnificent, amazing, the best of the best. The music seems so relaxing and also on fire in sudden. The game reminds me of the Final Fantasy game, but in anime art style. We'll find so many huge boss monsters. Even the first boss seems like I'm fighting with the last boss, with a cool character design and amazing scenes on every mission. Actually, this game needs a high spec phone to run perfectly, but of course we can manage the game setting and adjust based on your phone specification. But I would like to remind you, it has a high game size of about 22GB. Our team with a pleasure to give 10 to 10 for everything the game has so far. What do you think? Reverse 1999. Reverse 1999. Do you know what aesthetic means? Then you will get the answer through this video. The music feels so deep on every stage we have. Even the story seems so anti-mainstream. No game on mobile has an old school story back then, which is this game is giving me a new game experience. We will difficult to guess the game's storyline because it's really unpredictable. A lot of surprises will be delivered to the player. The turn-based game system is quite simple to understand. We can place 3 different cards on each turn. Once your hero is applying 5-card skill, then the hero will be able to launch the ultimate skill. The developer perfectly make the game into a balanced level difficulty, and also as a newbie player, I'm sure you will get a higher rank hero easily through gacha system. No wonder in the Play Store it gets such a high score. Reverse 1999 will become one of the best game turn-based RPG forever. Absolutely 10 to 10 game and AAA turn-based game RPG mobile. X asterisk. Bonus X asterisk. I'm speechless about this game. How possible someone create a mobile game turn-based with the quality of console level, even if it has the reach of combat features. We can do so many things while in the combat that push the player to play an active turn-based game. By tapping the screen on the right timing to make a perfect action of blocking the enemy's attack, do a multiple attack and dodge the attack. This mechanism is really new to be present on mobile. I would really want to see more games like this on mobile but have a Western character design. These all are the best AAA turn-based RPG games that are guarantee you will enjoy the gameplay. We have explained the reason why clearly through this video one by one. Remember to like this video and help us to reach 200 likes. See you on the next video. Thanks.